Hi gang, Scott here. Welcome to In Post. Thanks for joining me today. The tip I have for you today is about getting a little pop on whitewash in water. You could use this on waterfalls, streams, in my case, the ocean. This is a photo I shared during the In the Field video earlier this week, and I captured this really nice bit of waves just coming in just at the right moment there. But I wanted to get a little extra pop on the whites of the ocean here. And so I've got a couple of snapshots to show you the before and after here. So right now we're looking at before I made the adjustment to pop the whites, and then after, can see that just the white parts raise up, but it does it in a natural way. And you're probably already guessing, yes, this is using our range masks, our luminosity or color range masks. So let's open this up and take a look at what's going on. In this case, I used a graduated filter because I had a pretty big area to cover. Let me turn on that overlay. Where if I hadn't been using this luminance mask, if I just turn this off for a moment, you can see this is covering everything, and I've got some awkward things going on here, which I'll explain in a moment. This will actually make sense once I walk through the entire set of changes I did here. But the main thing is the luminance range. And if I show that luminance range mask, you can see predominantly it is the whites in the ocean. And then there's bits of gentle fading into like the spaces in between. Now, let me turn this luminance back off and, let's see, get that overlay turned back on. So Scott, what's the deal with this big missing piece here when you're looking at just the entire gradient mask? I did some extra brushing, and so that'll be the best way for me to show you that. Back to our luminance view, we can see things here. Notice that in these areas around the fingers of water, the sand is a pretty bright tone, right? In the whole tonality of this photo, the sand is reasonably bright. And so that's getting picked up in this luminance range mask. As I tightened the range, that was having too much of a limitation on the whitewash. Notice when I tighten that range up, trying to say, let's get rid of the sand, I'm losing some of the good pop here at the outer fingers. So undoing that change, I decided not to do that and instead reached for the erase tool as part of the graduated filter and just erased things out here. So where you saw that big sweep through, it looks like I actually missed a couple of spots down here in this corner. That's where that big swipe through the mask came from. So that was me cleaning up the luminance range mask to make sure it wasn't going to touch any areas of the photo I wanted. I liked the gentle fade that it gave in this area. I'm just pointing, I'm not brushing now. I like the gentle fade that it had here, but I did not need any of that impact out in the rest of the scene. So to recap, that is luminance range mask, turning that on, adjusting the range so you can see the wide range is everywhere, and as we tighten that up, we get to a point where just the white caps are being touched. And of course, if I wanted that to be farther out, notice I'm just affecting the white parts here. This is the beautiful thing about range masks, is we can adjust how far into the scene we want it to go, how much far out. We can fade that out even further, and the end result is a really nice pop on the wash. So one more time, before and after. So range masks, you're going to see them again and again and again. I use them so often in my post-processing. Get familiar with them, learn how to use them. They are incredibly powerful. In Lightroom, they're called range masks. In On1, they're called luminosity masks. Photoshop, they're luminosity masks. In Luminar, you do have luminosity masks. They're a little more limited. Luminar's a different animal, and they've got some other AI-based tools in there to help you target highlights and shadows and things like that. But get familiar with these tonal-based adjustment tools, because they will make your editing faster, just simpler to get things done, and you can get some really, really nice results with a clean, natural look. Hope you found this useful. Got questions? Go ahead and drop them below. And until next time, my name's Scott Davenport. Have fun.